when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes.
Maybe that's the real punk rock.
You die, I die.
You got life! Cowhide. Synthetic cowhide.
He's flying.
Scooby-Doo. Are you watching closely?
Yes. For those not watching, Zach is flipping through all of his color temperatures, and there was a moment where we were both in sync, just changing our color temperatures on our lights. I think this one's the most natural. Zach still can't figure out which one he was supposed to be on.
Wow. No, this is the one I'm supposed to be on. That's very bright.
Oh, all right.
Oh, look, When I Film Podcast is live.
Oh, what?
I just got a YouTube notification.
You know the funny part about live streaming that I've never understood is that if you're watching a VOD of someone's channel, it's like the moment you click on it, they say, "Hi, everybody." And I've tried to do that, and it doesn't work. Like there's like a 5 to 10 second window between hitting going live when you actually, go live, and I don't know where it is. I can't find it. So, Oh well.
Did you get a haircut?
I did like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. It's just a lot
But
shorter than I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen you in that time. Wow, that's crazy.
My neck. I don't remember the last time I saw you.
No. Was it? It wasn't iron lung, was it?
Saw you? Probably, actually.
Yeah.
And that was quite a while ago for a certain someone's wedding. I guess I don't have Toy Story notes. I was trying to find Toy Story notes.
Did you get married already?
Yeah. It's Jordan.
Oh.
Jordan, who composed the music for our intro music.
Oh, Jordan's wedding.
And our the custom soundtrack for both our audio dramas. So.
I thought you were talking about somebody else who got married from the podcast. I don't know when that wedding is, though.
I don't know who you're talking about. Just message me.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm hungry and I'm still on 4th of July candy, so. So, I feel like it's been a while. Sorry, this is disgusting. I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, we love to hear that. Listeners will love that.
Just terrible or gold bears.
Mouth noises.
Okay. So last week was my anniversary, so no episode. But the week before that was Left Behind with William, which was actually very fun. I didn't realize how passionate I was about that. Before that was the Nolan Cinematic Universe, which we had a lot of fun with. And then Born Again, season 2 with Parking Lot Takes. So I feel like, and before that it was Movie Hot Takes. So it's been a while since it's been just you and me. But there's a little backstory to this episode. Is there a slight audio delay? I couldn't tell you because Riverside makes your personal, like my personal video look perfect and crystal. So, and Zach's looks bad. Like, I don't know. Can't help you. What?
What do you mean mine looks bad?
Not looks bad. I hope that Riverside uses like your default. Like I hope Riverside isn't sending it to my computer and then sending it live. I hope it goes to YouTube Studio straight, but I don't know. Don't know how that works. Anyways, the story behind the Toy Story episode was that when I did, it was the episode called, or the mini announcement called like The Time Has Come or something. It was right after Anya was born. And I was like, I can't keep doing the podcast at the same steam. So while we were still just recording and I was editing them, before we went to the live stream, that week's episode was supposed to be Toy Story and actually was 25th anniversary, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Which wasn't on
1.
purpose.
Wasn't on purpose. That was the funny part. We were messaging like hours before I called it and said we weren't going to do it that week. And we were like, dude, this is crazy. This lines up perfectly. And then I had a realization that I can't go at the same speed with a kid, and that's okay. But now we're doing Toy Story, and
Yes.
we've seen Toy Story 5, and I think that's probably better. We would have done a Toy Story 5 episode anyways, but now we're going to kind of cram it all into one episode, and we're going to see if we can get through 5 movies in 45 minutes. Don't know. So I don't know how you want to go about this, because I do want to get to a Toy Story 5 review and also talk about why. What did I called this episode The Rise, the Fall, and the Rise Again of Toy Story.
Mm.
And mostly the fall is Toy Story 4. But
Yeah.
We're here to talk about it. And I wanted to start just by Zach saying, like, what do you think of Toy Story? What is it? Where does it sit in your encyclopedia of movie knowledge, and how important is it to you? Like, I feel like I could tell a lot about it by looking at your letterbox, like where you rank it or whatever, but I don't know if you have those.
Yeah.
Those
I don't
in there.
I don't think I have a ranking of Pixar or Toy Story. No, I don't have a list of. I should make a list. A Pixar ranking would be fun. I should make that.
I've given you an idea.
There we go. That'll be fun. I mean, Toy Story, the whole like original trilogy was like such like major films in my childhood. I loved all 3 of them so much. My grandma growing up had a VHS of Toy Story 2. So that was always fun to watch, just like in her basement.
Yeah.
So they're closely tied to my childhood, and I can't tell you how many different Buzz Lightyears and Woodies my parents have in their basement right now from us all growing up. So
yeah,
very close and very personal movies, I would say, for my childhood. So what about you? What is your...
I'm looking at Letterboxd now, and it's advertising their pro version, and it's Project Hail Mary. It says ad free question. Amaze. Doesn't matter because I have an ad blocker. I think we have all 3 Toy Story movies on DVD from at my parents' house. And Toy Story 3 is way older than I realize. 2010.
Oh yeah.
So I was 9, and that doesn't seem possible. But I remember seeing Toy Story 4 in theaters. That was my senior year of college or high school. And my friends or my siblings and I were like, we're going to go see a movie by ourselves without our parents. And that's kind of a big deal for a homeschooler. But they were fine with it.
Yeah.
Like, Seth could drive, and it was showing in our hometown theater. And it was kind of similar to when we saw Thor: Love and Thunder on a separate trip. We had fun, and then we were like, actually, that wasn't that great. I just want stats here. So Toy Story 1 came out in 95, Toy Story 2 99, Toy Story 3 in 2010. Most likely we had seen Toy Story 1 and 2. My hair is off today. So obviously my dad must have gotten 3 after it came out, but he never, to my knowledge, got 4 on DVD, because that's he doesn't really get DVDs anymore.
Yeah.
But I started comparing the visuals after Toy Story 3 came out because Toy Story 4 came out because everyone else was. And yet as a kid, you don't see that stuff. I think that's kind of important, even though Pixar and Disney can say they make movie, grown-up movies for kids to watch, or however you put it.
I think it's kids' movies for grown-ups to watch. I think that's what you meant.
I think I meant it the other way. Kids' movies that grown-ups can watch is like a non-pain, like it's not annoying enough to leave the theater. I'm sorry, I'm messing with my hair way too much. I mean, like Soul is a very deep movie for an adult.
Yeah.
And Up and all that. And I think Toy Story can get there, but it's also it is a kids movie. Anyways, I'm saying that the way it looked, yes, it was great for 1995, but it just got better and better. And yet, as a kid, you don't see that. You don't see the plastic to find a better word for it. Plastic look to them and looking all flat and low poly and all. But they're great movies. I still think that they could have ended at Toy Story 3. The same way that I feel about Toy Story 5 is how I feel actually almost to a T with Daredevil TV shows. Because first 3 are great. Fourth entry is kind of meh. And then the fifth one is redemption. But do you really want the redemption if you never had the pitfall of the fourth?
Yeah.
That's kind of my perspective. But the other one that's in there that we might touch on is Lightyear, which I haven't seen. And people love to hate that one. I understand what it's supposed to be, but I don't think it was necessary. They just wanted an action, kind of the way that Buzz is in the 1995 one, where he's like the cool new thing. Like space movies have always been cool, but they just wanted the same IP with a space adventure that honestly retcons a lot about what we knew about Buzz and his lore. But have you seen
I can rant.
Oh.
Yeah, I can rant about Lightyear, and another Buzz Lightyear project that has been lost and forgotten that I'm quite passionate about.
Yep.
Should I get into this right now?
As long as you keep it short.
All right. So, there was this show. Turns out it actually like officially ended before I was born. So I was just like only watching reruns. But okay. So anyway, there's a show called Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, which I loved so dearly.
Yep.
I remember like anytime like staying at my grandma's house growing up, one of the highlights of a Saturday morning was watching Buzz Lightyear of Star Command and seeing like this lore and like, you know, like, because it was the same pitch as Lightyear. Like this is the show that Buzz Lightyear was based off of. And it works a lot better than Lightyear did in that regard, because it feels more like Buzz Lightyear than Lightyear did. But anyway, so they had this whole expanded lore with Star Command, these like fun. He had this team too, because like that's part of the whole like his like arc in the first like TV movie called Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, The Adventures Begins, is him learning that like he like can't just like do it by himself anymore. He needs a team. So they gave him this whole team of like Mir Nova, Booster, XR. They were all fun characters. And he's got like his like there's like the captain of the Star Command. He was a cool guy. There was like the whole first movie too is about like him having a partner that he thinks dies, which is part of the reason why he doesn't want a team after that. But then anyway, there's this whole like cool thing where it's kind of like a Winter Soldier, where they bring him back and it's revealed that he's like this agent for Zurg now and all that. But anyway, it was really good. And then they decided, and then there was one Saturday morning, I remember waking up at my grandma's house, turning on the TV exactly at the time that Buzz Lightyear of Star Command should be playing. And it was Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And I was so heartbroken. I was like, where's Buzz Lightyear? I was scrolling through all the Disney channels and I was like, where's Buzz Lightyear? And Buzz Lightyear was gone.
Oh,
and I was heartbroken.
So sad.
So, and then years and years later, they announced this Lightyear movie. And at first, I'm like, yo, maybe this is kind of cool. And then I think it's my sister who messaged me, is like, wait a minute, are they replacing Buzz Lightyear of Star Command? And I'm like, hold up, I hate this now. So
and they pretend like they don't, like it doesn't exist, right? I mean,
yeah,
I think they're on YouTube, but
they're unofficially on YouTube. You can watch basically all of it, I think.
Yeah.
But I think what happened is like John Lasseter didn't like it, so it just kind of disappeared. But now like Pixar doesn't like John Lasseter anymore.
Yeah,
which is its whole thing.
Yeah.
But So they should really bring it out of the vault. Disney Plus, if you're watching this,
They're not.
please give us Buzz Lightyear Star Command back.
Yeah.
If you know anyone working for Disney, please let them know.
Yeah.
I need it back. But anyway, and then Lightyear, the movie,
Mhm.
feels just like such a basic, forgettable sci-fi movie that they just threw the Lightyear IP on.
Yeah.
And it's so dumb for more reasons than one.
Mhm.
Like the whole Zurg reveal.
Yeah.
You know about the whole Zurg
Oh,
reveal
yeah.
in that, right?
Yeah.
How it's Buzz from the future.
Yep.
And the reason that he's called Zurg is because the Zurg bots can't say Buzz when Buzz is one of the most basic noise you'd expect a robot to make.
Yep.
So anyway, I feel strongly about Lightyear and Buzz Lightyear Star Command, but I can get off my soapbox now.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I only know about the Lightyear movie from what do you call it? Osmosis? No. What? I'm confusing myself. Pop culture. I've
Osmosis,
seen clips.
Yeah.
Highlander says, I think the anime/show is the show that Buzz was based off of, and the new one is based on the true story that the show is based off of.
No.
That's a stretch.
The best.
I mean, that way you could still have
The
the Toy Story 1 be based, or that wave of the toys be based on the show, which was based on something, when something's retold, then suddenly you can't. But the hard part is that they say that at the beginning of the movie, right? Like, this is that movie.
The best retcon I've heard is that Lightyear is the gritty, mature, unnecessary reboot of the movie that Andy saw.
Oh, yeah. I suppose that makes sense.
So that's what I choose to believe it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have
we're
a
going to
next
talk
question.
about Toy Story for the next 25 minutes. Less than, I don't know when you actually want to go.
I can go longer than 4, actually, but
Is she okay?
anyway.
Okay, so yes.
Here's
Zach.
what. I think to start this, I want to ask you, how would you rank the Toy Story franchise?
Oh, that's right. There's been a lot of rankings that have gotten hate online. I don't know why people put 4 so high. It looks beautiful, but it's not that. It's the worst of them all. In best to last, I would say 3. 3, 2, 5, 1, 4.
3, 2, 5, 1, 4.
But that's me saying, that's like me. I just said that 4 people rank it high because it looks good. That's the only reason 5 would be above 1. So maybe 3, 2, 1, 5, 4. But 5 is like a high B or a low A still, even at 4th place.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you rank them, and why?
Well, I think it says a lot with how you rank the first 3, especially because they're all like A+ movies in my mind. So it's like trying to put one above the other.
Yeah.
I would probably say 2, 3, 1, and then 5 and 4.
2, 3, 1, 5, 4.
Yeah, I think that's what I would say.
That's the same. We just have 2 and 3 switched.
Yeah,
I say 3 is top because it's the only one that can almost make me cry. Both with the incinerator scene and the finale, which should have been the end of it.
2 and 3 are really close.
They're really close, and I would tend towards your ranking because of how much 2 affects 5. It'd be really funny if we were just talking about numbers and not movies.
Yeah.
Dude, 7's the best number.
7. 6, 7.
So no, stop. Yeah, those first 3 were gold. I
think the only
2,
reason
1, 3, 5, 4 Lightyear. Obviously Lightyear's on the bottom.
Yeah.
But that's okay, so 3 is right in the middle for Ihondor. So it's a little mixed up, but we still put 5 and 4 as the last two.
Yeah,
All of us, or everyone who's listening.
I think
So throw your
What about-
ranking in the Discord just so we can rip it to shreds.
the only reason why I put 1 below 2 and 3 is that I think rewatching it now, it has less depth than those
Mhm.
two,
Yeah.
which I feel like kind of makes sense for it being Pixar's first film and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of probably more of a kid's movie than the later entries, but I think
Yeah.
it's still got all the iconic scenes. It's still a great story and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they begin to have more depth starting in the second one that I appreciate. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, the first one, that it was a good story, but it's because it was basic. It's kind of like
Yeah.
Cars, where it's good because there's not much to it, and then you
Yeah.
get into it, another movie, another development, and it means more to us.
Mhm.
I'm thinking through, like, I don't want to go. The pitfalls of our old podcast episodes were that we would go through every single beat of the movie, and I don't want to do that. In general, what makes the Toy Story franchise so meaningful to our generation and even my dad's generation? Like, I guess 95, my dad was in his 30s, early 30s. But it was still impactful on him just to see that it was a good movie. And I don't know if he was the type of person to be like, this is incredible CGI, even though that wasn't a term you throw around like that. But still, it was the first of its kind to be 3D animated, full feature length. It was
Mhm.
there were basically two movies that in the history of cinema that did this. It's both Disney technically. It's Toy Story and Snow White. Snow White was the first full length 2D animated, and Toy Story was the first full length 3D animated. So those two movies are incredible and groundbreaking for what they were, and had what we. Here's the other thing. I don't know if these people were huge cast names when they were cast. I obviously I think Tom Hanks was, Woody Allen Tim Allen. Tim Allen probably
Tim
was.
Allen, yeah.
But I guess Wallace Shaw was in
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. John Ratzenberger was kind of he became a thing because of Pixar. But
No, he was in Cheers, I think, before.
he was in a lot.
Pixar.
He was in, but he acted physically in a lot of them. He was in
Yeah.
the first two Superman movies.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Mm.
Technically, he wasn't in Toy Story. What? That can't be right.
What? He was in Toy Story.
Oh, he was. Never mind. I don't know why I just read over it. But then he was in A Bug's Life, and then Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Incredibles, because he became John Ratzenberger.
Well, and like Don Rickles, who plays Miss Potato Head, was a big actor too already.
That's right. And then he passed before 3 or before 4?
Before 4.
Okay.
Or maybe before 3 came out. And he recorded lines for 3, but it might have been a situation where
he died in 2017. So Toy Story 3
Oh,
came out.
yeah, so that would have been after. Yeah, that.
And he played a big part. He played a big part in Toy Story 3. So
yeah,
that was really fun.
And the actor who plays Slinky is like the guy from like all those like Ernest Goes to Camp and the Ernest.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Jim Varney. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but Jim Varney is that character. And he was another one that they dedicated to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess my point is that they had an all-star cast to do this, and even some of the behind the scenes of that stuff are coming out now, like Tim Allen and Tom Hanks in the studio. And I think there was one that you sent me that Tom goes, "You what?" And then Tim tries to cover his laughter because they were just hamming it up. Speaking of, that scene. I wanted to I wanted to play this just because I sent this to you a while ago. And I love this stuff. Here we go.
Oh, it's this one.
Responsible for delaying my rendezvous with Star Command. You are a sad.
What?
You
What?
You are a
What
sad.
are you talking about?
You have my pity. Farewell.
What? What?
Oh yeah, well, come back. Go away.
No! Oh, you gotta come back!
I have an even better one I can send you if I can find it.
Okay. I will await that. Oh yeah, well, come back. Where are you sending it? Just so I can prep.
I'm gonna try to send it on Instagram, or not Instagram, Discord.
It's two very different things. Okay, I'll await that. Anyways, YouTube poops of that are funny. And I don't know why. And then the I'm sure I can't say that everyone's seen, but Buzz, look at alien. Where? Ah! I can't. It's a very professional show here, guys. Dabu dee dabu da.
Oh, there we go.
Easy.
Oh, for some reason I left there. But
Hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. That's not what I want.
I mean, I heard you talking the whole time still, but it
Oh, okay.
did a countdown again for a second, and it's saying I'm at 14 seconds in right now. Did you get what I sent you?
Yes, I'll get to it in a second. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same one I just pulled up. That's definitely better.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
It's so dumb, but I love it.
It is so dumb. And the funny part is that the quality of that animation was almost on par with Toy Story 1.
Mhm.
Anyways, so Toy Story 1, pretty simple story. They get stuck at Sid, the big bad kid who's honestly more creative with having fun with his toys. Maybe not morally, and we are obviously supposed to sympathize with the toys, but you got to give him some credit. I think there are a lot of memes that still come from. I think 1 and 2 specifically have a lot of memes. I think the floor is made of floor. I know
The floor is made of floor?
you've never seen the floor is made of floor.
Is that from Toy Story?
No, it's not. Okay. It's
We're
just
getting too deep into them.
Oh, I don't want. I can't find the original. There's so many.
The floor is
Open.
made of floor.
Okay. Yeah, it's just this. It's just this. Yes, the floor is made of floor.
Right.
Except it's a bed. Anyways, I'm sure if you looked up Toy Story memes templates, there's going to be a lot, just because people remember that as a reference for funny moments. How does Toy Story 1 end? Because Toy Story 2 has the penguin singing. I forget his name.
Well, there's the truck chase, and then
the falling with style.
And then it's just the Christmas afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. where the toys hear that like they got Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah. He's a puppy. I didn't realize it was that.
Oh, there's a puppy too. That's right.
Quick and abrupt, but yeah, it was basically a goof cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Wheezy? I was gonna say Squeaky. I'm not gonna. Okay. We're not gonna watch this one, but I gotta share it in the Discord live chat. Anyone who knows Studio C, they did a skit called Disney's new Randy Newman songs.
Oh,
it's so funny, and it's within the last, or it says a year ago, but it could have been a year and a half. Putting it in live chat and probably in the description of this, if you want to look at it. Anyways, it's really funny. It's reminiscent of "You Got a Friend in Me."
Is that the one where he goes like the song from Toy Story?
Yeah,
the song from Toy Story. Or is that SNL? That might be.
I think
SNL.
that's SNL because this one is better executed. So Bob Iger is like, we had Randy Newman come back and write all of the songs for all the other movies, and and he goes like, for Ratatouille, you got a rat in your hair, you got a rat in your hair, in your head that's really big. The video is being played louder. Video being played are louder than you guys. It kind of jump scared me. I am so sorry.
Boo!
You just listened to Woody scream at Buzz in YouTube poop for a whole minute. Also, my microphone is in a new spot. I suppose I could bring it maybe down to here. That might help. Oh, no, my camera messed up.
I'll bring my microphone.
Anyways, we're
right
just
here.
talking about the tangential things. You actually are not any
Yeah, we are. That's because this isn't plugged in. Because I'm on my phone. I was just making a joke.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking. Toy Story 2 was not originally intended for release in theaters, but as a direct-to-video sequel to the first Toy Story with a 60-minute runtime. The Disney executives, however, were impressed with the high quality of the in-work imagery for the sequel and were also pressured by the main characters' voice actors, Hanks and Ellen, who decided to convert the Toy Story 2 into a theatrical film, which turned out to be an even greater success than the first Toy Story, grossing over, or almost, $500 million, which I want to see. In 99. Oh, what?
Hold the phone.
Hold the phone. Oh, you can't. Please enter values less than 10 million. That's not. Okay. I know this is. Somebody commented that I shouldn't be doing this, and I don't care. It's my podcast, and I can do whatever I want.
Dead air is a bad thing, sir. So much dead air.
Dead air is a bad thing.
I'll fill it. The song from Toy Story.
Stop.
The song from Toy Story.
Okay, we're done. Done getting distracted. I didn't find my answer. So, there.
It would have made a lot of money in today's dollars.
A lot of money.
Many dollars.
So Toy Story 2, some people, Ihonder puts it as his top one. I think it's really sad with Jesse's story. It gets sadder with Toy Story 5, which we still need to get to. But I also
everything was beautiful. Sorry.
I also loved the Woody's arc to try and be like, is he the collector's item or is he a toy? That's kind of the next natural step. I think 1, 2, and 3 have those natural steps of like, what would the next part of the story look like? Of course, Woody would be a collector's item because there's only one of him, or whatever. Toy Story 3, of course, Andy grows up, and so on and so forth. So, and And of course, Everyone Lives Happily Ever After. This is technically where Buzz and Jesse's love story starts. And I think I sent Zach something like the whole reason Toy Story 5, not the whole reason it exists, but a big part of Toy Story 5 is just because they wanted to make a single joke in Toy Story 2 of Buzz liking Jesse. And that was supposed to be throwaway. It was a thing in Toy Story 3. I don't even remember Toy Story 4 all that much. I'm sure it was in there. And then Toy Story 5, he's like, in Toy Story 5, all the Buzzes try and like they're like the queen, and that's why they're all there, and they're like not worshiping her, but they take orders from her because she's the boss. But anyways, anything about Toy Story 2? I think we have a lot to say about Toy Story 3.
Do I have any other thoughts about Toy Story 2?
Do ya?
Yeah, I think just the basic. What?
Do ya? Huh?
Do I? Well, first off, I just I mean, it's a story you'll hear many other places, but I think it's the whole story about how they almost lost Toy Story 2.
Yeah, that's a famous one.
Yeah. But then just because like one pregnant woman was working from home is the only reason the movie still
crazy
exists.
That you were working from home in 1998. It was weird that my dad was working from home in 2002 when he moved away from the cities to our home where they live now. And it was called telecommuting. And I mean, he was still in meetings and such, but like to even have a computer to animate on is kind of crazy. So I don't know how that works. Maybe Pixar artists just make bucks, or it was, I don't know. I don't know what working from home in 98 was like, but I also have heard that that's not the case. And that's just a dramatic story, but I don't know. I'm not going to fact check that now.
I'm pretty sure I saw that on like the first place I saw that was like a bonus feature on like the Toy Story 2 DVD.
Oh,
so
okay.
I think it's true.
That makes sense.
And then the lady was like just like let go from Pixar like last year. So
yeah, man.
Yeah. But what else? I mean, I do think Toy Story 2 has the very interesting, kind of like that theme of identity and purpose that we see continue to be explored throughout the rest of the franchise. Like, is Woody meant to be a toy and have that relationship with his kid, or is he meant to be put on display for everyone to see as a collector's item?
Yeah.
And just kind of like choosing that to be a toy, choosing to be with Andy and just having that connection with him, was more important than him than like any of the fame or whatever he would have found from being a collector's item. So
yeah,
I think it's interesting to see that explored.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I really love 2. But I think I'm watching this fly. It's really annoying. I really love 3. As I think I said, again, whenever we have guests on and they say, "What are your top movies?" I'm like, they're never the same every time. I forget what my top movies are. I think I said at the beginning of this episode, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4. So 3 is my favorite because of, like I said, the incinerator and the end scene when he says, "So long, partner." That's really sad. This is, I'm just reading the Wikipedia notes. This is Pixar's highest grossing film of all time, both domestically, surpassing Finding Nemo until it was surpassed by Finding Dory in 2016, and worldwide also surpassing Finding Nemo until it was surpassed by Incredibles 2 in 2018. So it was their highest grossing film of all time. It grossed more than the first 2 films combined, making it the first animated movie to have crossed the 1 billion mark.
That's crazy.
Wow. Until it was surpassed by Frozen, of course, in 2014, which Frozen is 12 years old.
Yeah.
It's old. But also, a year after that, I just sent this to Zach, Tom Holland was announced to be the new Spider-Man in 2015. So we are also old for that reason. This is something I just found out. Again, sometimes Wikipedia can be a valid source of information if only you are stupid enough to not know anything. Lotso is voiced by Ned Beatty, who was also Otis in Superman. Do you remember Lex Luthor's bumbling sidekick in the
Oh,
original Superman movies.
yeah.
Otis was Lotso. So I need to rewatch those.
I still only watched the first one.
You
I
don't
need
want
to
to
watch the
watch.
rest of them.
You don't want to watch the fourth one where he's fighting Atom Man, Atom Smasher.
I want to
Man.
watch it like once. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first though. I have to find time to watch the
Yeah.
rest of those. But
Oh man, I quit Wikipedia. Can't be doing that.
Wikipedia. For using Wikipedia as your source of information.
What did I think I shared saying that Wikipedia is not a true source of information, but then having everybody tell you that to just ChatGPT it is crazy. It's quite a unique world we live in. Anyways, Toy Story 3. Beautifully done. Looks amazing. I think it's kind of a theme of teaching kids not to trust everybody because Lotso seems so nice. And I don't think anything before that tells us that he's evil. Because the first time we see him, he bursts into the room. He's like, "Welcome to Sunnyside." And later, it's maybe the adults pick up on it. I don't know, but it's definitely one that you can't just trust everybody that comes into your life like that. And even if they seem nice at first.
Yes.
But
Let's
also,
give kid trust issues.
I think Lotso has a sad story too. It's kind of the same as Jesse's, and I kind of wish that Jesse
close.
and he had a moment. Jesse kind of got sidelined in 3, but having him have the army of toys at his disposal was pretty scary and as scary as in how much a kids movie can. But it's also I think about Lotso not getting the attention he needs, saying she didn't play with me or whatever, or she found another one to play with. He was, I guess Lotso's kind of the perspective of all the toys that we've followed from 1 and 2 in one character. So he has a duplicate like Buzz, and he was left like Jesse. I guess I don't know what his connection with Woody would be. I believe I guess he has a pull string that makes him say stuff. I thought he did. I thought he said.
I don't think he did.
Lots of hugs. Oh, maybe that was just his tagline.
Yeah, I think that was just his tagline.
Anyways, he has all of those things together in one character to be able to. We've already gone through the process, but unlike our one of these days, unlike our heroes, he doesn't come out of it changed. He just gets bitter. And even, I mean, his downfall right at first was when Baby throws him in the dumpster. Because he wasn't letting Baby feel, I guess. But then I think it's pretty funny to have the incinerator scene happen and then the aliens save them because of the claw. We are eternally grateful. And then Lotso gets his just desserts. And people, apparently there's an AI generated image of him still, like an Easter egg of him in Toy Story 5 still on the front of a truck, but I don't think that was real.
I heard that was fake.
Yeah, it's fake.
So.
But also Michael Keaton was
It's Ken.
I was gonna say Barbie, but Ken.
Yeah.
And that was one of those voices that I didn't realize was a thing or was him until I looked it up. Also, the Toy Story 3 poster, or one of them, is all of the toys in one with just a 3 in the middle, which is great, but that kind of shows how cluttered it's getting. Now you have the Sunnyside toys, you have the other girl's toys, the one who's been the main character for 4 and 5. Bonnie's toys, you have Andy's toys, and they're all in there, but it's also showing how it's getting cluttered, almost tongue-in-cheek. Who plays Barbie? Jodie Benson.
Yeah.
And
She was Ariel in The Little Mermaid.
She was Ariel, yes. You beat me to it. She was also a dance workout with Barbie. So she's been Barbie before.
And I think, well, she played Barbie in Toy Story 2 as well, I believe.
Yes, she did. But even before that, in '92, she was a different Barbie. She was also Lady and the Tramp in just the sequel as Lady.
Oh.
She seems to have picked up a lot of the sequels because then she was in 101 Dalmatians 2 as Anita Radcliffe. I believe that's the female. And her last couple movies have been Once Upon a Studio, which I think was that was the
that was the anniversary special thing.
Yeah, anniversary. She was a cameo appearance in The Little Mermaid live action. She was Ariel in Ralph Breaks the Internet. So she's kind of been Barbie and Ariel for a while now.
Yeah.
She was in Batman Beyond as Aquagirl.
Really?
Yeah.
You know
Episode The Call, if you're curious.
Dude, that
get distracted. What?
That two-parter in Batman Beyond was so good. I mean, I'm getting us so sidetracked, but if you're gonna watch any Batman Beyond, watch like those 2 episodes.
Yeah, that's I'm sorry, I'm flash researching. That's the Justice League one, right?
Yeah.
The Call.
Superman's got such a cool suit.
Is a futuristic Justice League, a springboard for the Justice League animated series.
Yeah, because that was before the Justice League cartoon even started.
Sure.
Which is wild to think about.
Yeah. Anyways, back on track. Yeah, Toy Story 3, great movie. And then Andy at the end playing with them one last time. And weirdly, the plastic smiles they have give more emotion sometimes when you see Andy playing with them. And that's weird to think about, but it works. It makes them, because sometimes when they're sad, they'll break character for a second to look sad or look concerned. But sometimes they just, I think it's when they stay still that they allow themselves to be played with. Oh, I totally forgot. Sorry, I'll get back to that. When they allow themselves to just be toys, then everything's right with the world. I think that's what makes that feel so right. The other thing I love about Toy Story 3 is it's got the best opening, by far. The best opening of any of the movies. Toy Story 5 was actually really good. Really good opening. But 3
I might have to argue with that.
What?
The opening of 2 is so good.
What's that?
With the Buzz Lightyear video game.
Oh. It's good. It's quotable, but I still think that... Okay, so Toy Story 5 starts with, or includes, I shouldn't say starts with, what imagination feels like. And that, I think, is perfect. Yeah. It's got a little bit of extra stuff. It looks dreamlike. That's cool. Toy Story 3 is like an action-adventure. There's a train robbery. There's aliens. There's dinosaurs. It's a boy's dream. So technically, it's the epitome of Andy's playtime versus Toy Story 5 being the epitome of Bonnie's playtime. And I did love the Buzz Lightyear opening from 2. I still would put that below 3.
Okay.
But I'm remembering 5, even though it was just a couple weeks ago, and how that scene with even the Blaze's toys played out. It was so fun to have, especially Bullseye talking, which we're not there yet, but I love the play scenes in all the movies, I think. We need to move on to 4. I don't have much to say because I forget.
You didn't let me say anything about 3.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Well, I think what's interesting with what you're saying about Lotso is that, with how much like the first two films are about like a toy's devotion to their kid. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, Lotso had that same devotion to his kid. but then we see like what could happen, you know, if I mean when that toy feels abandoned. And just kind of like you were saying, there's like that comparison then with Jessie of
Yeah.
like the different. I mean, I think we see Jessie just, you know, like kind of like give up on being a toy after that, as she does become a collector's item for Al. But then with Lotso, you know, we see him just kind of become like cold. I mean, how do I want to say this? And just kind of like keep these as many toys as he can, just kind of like believing kind of the lie that he believes himself, that like they're not worth a kid.
Yeah.
They're not worth having that relationship. So I think that's just interesting to see, you know, when like a villain kind of like becomes when the villain of a movie is like kind of like the extreme of what we've seen from like the main characters in the first couple movies. That's always really interesting to see, and I think Lotso embodies that pretty well. So,
Yeah.
and
I agree.
bro, it was so funny when I first saw. Did you see Toy Story 3 in theaters?
I don't think so, because we never really did theater movies as a family of 6. That'd be pretty expensive.
That's fair. I saw it in like this small town theater in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That now both times I've gone to that theater. Once was for Toy Story 3, and once was for Ant-Man and the Wasp. So a decent gap between. But when we saw Toy Story 3, it was just me and my aunt. And the movie ended up like stop working, like right as like Andy was giving the toys to Bonnie.
Wow.
Like screen turned off and everything.
And usually with stuff like that, they start the movie over.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't do that because that would have been a lot to watch again.
Yeah.
But eventually we got back working. But it was so sad that it was like during like one of the best scenes of the movie, everything just like shut down. So, but anyway,
Kills vibe.
I think too. I mean, 3's got, you know, that great lesson of like moving on, which I think is interesting because I feel like, you know, that's kind of Woody's main theme going into 4, but seeing it with Andy and the toys realizing, you know, he's grown up and they need to move on from Andy.
Yeah.
And they can't like they can't stay with him forever.
Yeah.
I think is a powerful theme that we can like apply to our lives in more way than one. So
yeah.
Anyway, Toy Story 4.
I know. You gotta blitz through that. I really have nothing on 4.
How much is fair?
I think I said that you could skip 4 and go from 3 to 5, except for Woody being Rogue, and that's basically it. Like, you don't need to know much about it. You're gonna skip the Key and Peele, Bunny and Ducky, and I don't even remember. I just know that they were fighting against the collector's doll. That's it. So that's what I got.
Yeah, I only saw it once in 2020.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I think there's the interesting thing with Forky about what a toy can be.
Yeah.
And I think that has interesting implications about how the toys exist and are sentient.
Yeah.
Which is a whole separate rabbit hole that we don't need to get to in this episode. But
I love that, though.
Again, I think I want to ask, though, is Toy Story 4 a bad movie?
That's right. You brought that up.
I did. And I wanted to hear your thoughts.
Well, considering I haven't seen it since it came out,
that's probably telling. But
I'm probably going to say no because I've seen a lot worse movies. It was a bad Toy Story movie, but a good movie in general. Like, if every movie was the quality of Toy Story 4, I'd be fine. I wouldn't have any complaints because it's legacy. And being the 4th one, it's like you're kind of you have a standard to make up from 1 through 3, and 1 through 3 is so beloved. Now, we were all hating on the idea of Toy Story 5, and then it redeemed itself. So
yeah,
it could have gone that way, but it didn't, and now it lives as the black sheep of the family. So what do you think?
I don't know. I think a bad Pixar movie can still be a good movie. I think there's some exceptions, but with how just like with how good Pixar is, like a Pixar movie kind of like at the bottom of your ranking can still be a good movie overall.
Mhm.
But I will say, I do think it's a bad Toy Story movie. Just in the sense of how it just sidelines a bunch of the characters that, like we grew up with. Like a bunch of the side characters that were given plenty to do in the first three movies, like
Yeah.
Miss Potato Head, Rex, Slinky.
Yeah.
They were all given so much to do in the first three, but then in four, they're just kind of given nothing to do besides just sit there, from what it seems.
Yeah.
And four is also when Buzz got dumb.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I feel like he was still a smart character in the first three.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a bit overconfident at times, but I don't think he was ever dumb.
Yeah.
But I feel like ever since four, they've made him dumb.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. So
Yeah. I want to move immediately to Toy Story 5 so I don't waste any of your time and so we can be done soon. I am now actually perusing your Letterboxd. You have Project Hail Mary. I've always said, and you've said, that you keep 5 stars for special movies. You currently have Project Hail Mary and Meet the Robinsons as 2 of your 5 stars.
Meet the Robinsons is really good.
It is. I didn't actually see your review of Iron Lung, so I'm reading that slowly. Wake Up Dead Man is 4.5, and Toy Story 5 is 4.5. So you didn't quite give it a 5. What all did you say here? I cried multiple times. I didn't cry, for the record. You cried. Zach Williams here. I like the beard, Zach. You look so old.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to read your thoughts. Just you tell me your thoughts.
I mean, what really held it back from being a 5, I feel like it's just kind of my same complaints as the fourth one, just with the toys being sidelined and Buzz being dumb. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And also, like, Woody didn't feel all that necessary for the plot either, which is just kind of weird. When you have like Buzz and Woody all over the marketing, but then they end up not being the most essential for the plot.
Yeah.
But that said, I do think Jesse being the main character was a good change of direction for the franchise.
Yeah.
I think I can tell when you're half paying attention, but when you go, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Now
no,
I'm
it's okay.
You know what I'm doing? I'm adding an episode where we talk about your letterbox.
Why is my letterbox getting a whole episode?
Oh, I don't know. You have a lot of interesting thoughts.
Okay.
Anyways,
yeah.
Adding.
What was that?
I was listening because Woody and Buzz being used as the marketing was deceptive, and part of me didn't even want Woody back. What did he do? It was Jesse's story, and I'm fine with that. But he just kind of drove Buzz, and I said that Buzz and Woody fight like an old married couple, which they kind of are, not married part, but fighting for power in that movie. But that wasn't really the vibe from the last couple of movies. I said you said it kind of made sense, but I was like, but I still liked it. Like I had there were so many funny moments, and I would watch it again, and it's the only PG Toy Story movie because of the bathroom humor, most likely. But I liked it, and I would watch it again. That's all I got.
Yeah, I think I've heard people who felt differently, but I really liked the twist where Emily, Jesse's owner, ended up naming her daughter after Jesse.
Yeah, I love that.
I thought that was really special.
I think so.
I like that a lot.
And it kind of shows
just like with how
it shows
with how much like Go ahead, Mr. Musberg.
It shows that she never wanted to forget Jessie. Like she always loved her. And also like just because she grew up doesn't mean she didn't want Jessie. Like some people just don't want their toys. Not every toy can be a collector's item, even if it's not an actual collector's item like Woody. She just also had a lot of trauma from the minor, the pitch, Toy Story 2, Stinky Pete, saying it's an honor to be a collectible and all that. So
I just think it's really interesting too, like just with her believing so long that she was abandoned because Emily didn't care for her anymore.
Yeah.
Only for her to realize that, it was just because Emily grew up, which as we saw in Toy Story 3 is, just like a big thing. So Jessie realizing that like Emily still very much cared and looked fondly back on Jessie was just like so special. And I think it worked really well.
Yeah, I do too. Any other final thoughts before we wrap it up? William literally popped in for 1 second. I see his
he's down.
I see his the analytics of the stream. It just goes, it's concurrent viewer, probably Alejandro, and then William goes bloop, and then he's gone. I think he cut the average viewer duration in half just by doing that.
Here's the final question that I have.
Yeah.
Should Toy Story have continued after 3?
Should it have? No. Here's a secondary question that has to do with that. Should it have a 6th installment?
At this point, I would say ending at 5 feels weird, which is the only reason why I think I would say yes to a 6th installment. Yeah. Having 2 trilogies makes sense now that we're this far anyway.
Yeah.
But if they hadn't done 4 or 5, I would have been okay if they just kept doing like the occasional special.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen Toy Story of Terror?
No, but I've heard of it.
Toy Story of Terror is really good.
Yeah.
And then there's Toy Story That Time Forgot.
Yeah.
Not as good, but still fun. I think they're both on Disney Plus. Both worth watching.
Yeah.
I think if they would have just given us like the occasional holiday special like that, instead of doing more big movies, I would have been more satisfied. But I think despite being unnecessary, Toy Story 5 was still a worthy entry that felt more like a continuation to the franchise. Where I feel like 4 just kind of felt like an unnecessary epilogue.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. It's a good way to put it. All right. We're over time. Thank you everybody for listening or watching. Share this with a friend. I moved my desk, so I don't know where my stickers are. Get your stickers for free. And tell us your ranking in the Discord of how you rank Toy Story movies. Maybe you like Toy Story 4. It's wrong, but maybe you like that. And we have some exciting stuff coming up. Can't wait to share that stuff with you guys. We'll announce it soon. We got another guest lined up, so that's all I'll say about that.
We do?
No. We do. You know about it. Until next week, know that you're loved. God bless.
Thanks for watching, Mom.
Woo.